Good.
Okay.
There we go. Welcome back, everybody. This is 7 Minutes for Seniors. I'm Chris with Modified Independence here with Randi, Nagyvathy,
Navady.
Navady.
So close.
Navady, Randi Navady
Yes.
with Home and Mind OT. Okay, so we've already talked about all the boring OT stuff and everything like that. So now we get to have fun. Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of hobbies do you have?
Hobbies. It's a hard one. I like to do so many things, and I think it depends on my mood.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm feeling lazy, I'm going to be watching hours of end on TV, lots of Netflix series. I like to read. On the other end, we love going to like live music. That's like our thing. We love going to concerts, paddle boarding, pickleball.
Mm-hmm.
Not so good at pickleball, but I do like it.
Right.
Go rock climbing sometimes.
No, there's not a lot of rock climbing in Florida.
It's the gyms, yeah.
Oh, at the gyms.
Yeah.
Okay, indoor rock climbing.
Indoor, yes.
Okay, faux rock climbing.
Faux rock climbing. Yeah. Yeah, it's so fun.
Yeah.
I only did outdoor rock climbing once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be so worried about it.
Yeah.
Like,
well, we went with an instructor, which was
Okay.
good because if we went by ourselves, I'd be freaking out
Yeah.
too. And it was actually for our wedding. We got married, then did it.
Oh, okay.
And then we got married in Joshua Tree. So
Oh,
that's
wow.
like a rock climbing
Oh, yeah.
capital, and it was so much fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Every time I think of rock climbing, I always think of like El Capitan, like like the worst possible.
Yeah.
You know, just completely smooth sided, and you're trying to wedge a finger into a crack.
No,
so
not that good.
yeah, no, that doesn't sound interesting to me. All right, so outdoor stuff, right?
Mhm.
You live in St. Augustine, so there's
St.
lots
Augustine.
of live music down there.
So much.
Sing Out Loud is
Sing Out Loud.
this weekend or next weekend?
It's actually the whole month of September, but the festival is like September 21st.
Okay.
That was great last year.
Yeah.
Did you go?
No, I stay away from that area during that time because it's just
so crazy.
I lived there the first year that they had something similar to that. It wasn't called Sing Out Loud yet, but it was a music festival.
Yeah.
And I lived right on the other side of the marsh.
Oh, okay.
And I remember I could hear the music, but it was just like it was such a crush of people. That traffic was terrible and everything, and I was like, you know what? All I'd have to do is get to walk down across the bridge.
Oh my gosh!
And I'd be there, but no,
it's too much.
Yeah, too much.
Yeah.
Plus, I was too busy being in like one of the hardest schools in the country, right?
That's true.
That school's tough.
Yeah, it is tough. Yeah.
So, all right, so a few hobbies here and there.
Yeah.
You mentioned television. Like, if you're Netflix in it? Was it killer documentaries, Housewives? What is it?
I love killer documentaries.
Yeah.
Sadly, I know it's kind of weird. Love the Love Is Blind series. Those are great.
Okay,
so that's like my guilty. I guess really both of them are like my guilty pleasure. I like the like thrillers or like Ozark was a great show.
Oh, God.
Those types of shows.
Yeah.
I gotta be like it has to really get me on the edge of my seat or I can't watch it.
Ozark
I'll just fall
was
asleep.
amazing.
So
Ozark was amazing.
So good.
Waiting for. I think there's supposed to be another Handmaid's Tale too.
I read the books. I haven't watched it, so I need to watch it.
The book, like I read the last book, flying to and back from Hawaii.
Oh really?
And I was like, oh my, oh wow.
Then
they put out a season, but I still feel like there's another season left.
Oh,
I don't know.
I'll have to get started. I don't know.
Oh, I
haven't watched the show.
Crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's.
So something surprising about you. Like if you were to introduce yourself and you're gonna wow somebody, like
I think my husband would probably say my attitude. So come off, I'm a nice person, but I guess at home I'm a different beast. Just
we're married to somebody who sees us at our worst times, right?
I think it's the heat and the dog walks. If I'm instantly sweating and crabby.
Yeah.
But something surprising. I love to try like literally anything. I'm kind of like a yes person. So I don't know. I like.
Are you a Browns fan?
Yes, but I think by default.
Okay.
Sorry, Dad, but he is a season ticket holder since like the 80s.
Right.
And we would go and do that, but I'm not sitting there on Sundays and watching. So
okay.
Default.
So not so much into football.
No.
Okay.
No. But I love doing any like the skydiving stuff.
How many times have you jumped?
3 times.
Yeah.
And then that's more like my dad, my sister, we all went and it was so fun. I haven't done the scuba diving. I'm a little afraid of that.
Okay.
I'm not great at swimming, so that might be surprising. We live in Florida and I don't swim very well.
Well, you're from like lake effect snow area,
Yeah.
so there's not a lot of swimming up there.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember growing up that you didn't want to swim in Lake Erie too much
No.
because there were still chemicals.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I blame my mom on it because I think the last certificate we got from swim lessons is like the eel, which sounds pretty advanced, but I was pulled out from there, so I'm not really sure.
So the nice thing about scuba diving is you got a pretty good chance of floating at some point back to the surface. You might not still be alive, but you'll be back on the surface. Just get the weight belt off and get back to the surface.
Have you scuba dived?
Once or twice. Once with an actual tank. Once with just the hose to like learn how to breathe without sucking it in through your nose.
Yeah.
Because it's weird. It's weird being like under. Not my thing.
Yeah, I think I might panic.
Yeah. Yeah. But I have jumped out of a plane a couple times, and I would do that again.
Yeah, me too. I love it. Do you love it? Would you?
My dog's making an appearance, so we'll cut it there.
Okay.
All right. This has been our third segment of 7 Minutes for Seniors. I'm Chris. This is Randy. We appreciate you. If you haven't seen the other episodes, make sure you go back and check them out. All of her information, contacts, and everything like that is coming up in the credits. Y'all take care.